Toxic relationships is a very interesting topic, the topic that is a pain for a lot of people because I guess everyone was in such relationships. And in this video, I'm explaining the foundation of toxic relationships and why people actually stay with these relationships. So I will help you to understand this dynamic, so if you are in such relationships, you can unplug yourself from them and you will understand the mechanism on how to do so. Welcome to my channel. My name is Paula Rubis. I'm CEO of New Sutras, and this is our couch talks about essential topics in the people's lives. So come back to toxic relationships. I personally had those, and I was analyzing how it works and what lessons are we learning. I will start with the foundation of every single relationships. We are given relationships in this life to look at each other as a mirror, because when we are existing by ourselves, we find there is a lot of times we do not see any reflection of ourselves until we're going to meet some other person. It doesn't need necessarily be our partner. It can be just the person outside on the street, and we're going to have some conflict on some interference with this person. And that will help us to highlight something we need to see about ourselves. So relationships is that mirror that's given to us. And when we're looking at that mirror, a lot of times we see the things that we don't like. And there is some sides of ourselves that we not necessarily need to like because they need some improvement. When we're meeting each other and we're clutching with each other, it means there is something that needs to be done for us to get better. And toxic relationships is usually when two partners meeting in the moment when they need to see and they need to reflect that toxic part of themselves in the other person. And these two frequencies that are vibrating on the same vibration, that are simply clutching with one another. So the only love is when we are complete, when we're healed, and we're connecting from the expansion of ourselves, from our love that expands outside of ourselves when meeting another person, we're in harmony. But the other destructive things, jealousy, fears, maybe certain things that we have to do, but we don't have enough willpower to do such, our partner's there to remind that we have to do those steps. And especially toxicity in relationships is the extensive amount of energy that wasn't invested into something productive or into something purposeful. And I will explain what it means. Each of us, each individual, have this amazing amount of energy that's been given to us to utilize it through our life. And each person have a purpose, and it's not supposed to have something huge, something global, to become a president or to open corporation. No, it can be anything. It can be that you love just painting, or you just love sewing flowers. It can be absolutely anything, but that is fulfilling your heart, making you happy, making you fulfilled, making you sing. And when we're not tapping into our purpose and occupying our life with everything else, there is certain level of toxicity of us not being realizing our potential is start building up. Another level of toxicity coming from simply our wounds, and everyone have wounds. If somebody was hurt being a little child, or was ignored, or denied, or abandoned, it's all can be collected within ourselves as these toxic emotions or wounds that piled up as on layers. And here we are meeting some other person, and she or he may have the same wounds and the same pains, right? And that can be difficult. I'm always looking at the relationships as an opportunity. Every relationship is an opportunity for you to heal. And if we're looking at every relationship from that perspective, then we are not going to simply subconsciously just tune in with this negativity and just to roll with it and waste lives and years. We're going to be very conscious. This is showed up for me. What does it mean Let me tap into this. Let me see the lesson behind it, because each conflict in the relationships is showing us the wound, is literally pinpointing right there at this specific wound that we have to liberate. We have to liberate our energy. If you imagine the wound is this black hole in the atmosphere. And the wound is never enough. It will be always leaking your energy in this black hole until you're going to heal it. And you're only going to have that beautiful scarf that reminds you about that past experience and remind you the huge work that you've done. And you can help others and share that knowledge as I do right now. So that black hole, until it's there, it will always leak there. And in relationships, we showcasing each other these black holes. We navigating each other. And if we have enough compassion and if we have enough comprehension and wisdom, then we're not just going to react, but we after going to sit down and help each other to heal. And the first step in the toxic arguments and the toxic relationships, if you both partners are conscious, if you are willing to heal, you can first express your emotions sometimes as needed, but then sit down and really honestly, naked, face to face, naked, I'm talking about transparency, face to face discuss what each partner felt. Maybe there is certain memories behind it that causing this partner to feel that pain. You will help each other to understand what happened, and you will help each other to embrace this part of yourself that was abandoned, that was denied, ignored. And you can heal this part of yourself with love, because two partners is love. Toxic relationships and fights is the call to action that you need help, is the call to action that you need love, you need that attention, you need that understanding, you want to be accepted, you want to be embraced, and you scream out of your lungs about it. And I've been there so many times, like I know this blueprint so well. And if you both get into the level when you see in it, you see that it's not just you who need that love, your partner does that too, then you can come together. The relationship is when you're coming together to help each other, to heal, to get better. Like this. Another situation when toxic relationship may not work, and this is also happens, we're talking about life here. We're not talking about some ideal world. Sometimes you've been given the partner that's not going to be conscious. It doesn't mean that you have to stay in the toxic relationships. A lot of times people who attract toxic relationships, they need to work through the wound of self-respect and self-value. And the love or God, whatever you want to say it, is exercising your ability to let go, to make a choice towards self-respect, towards self-value, and get out of this situation, leave this toxicity. Because a lot of people, they would please others, they would give away themselves, they would underlie themselves under other people, and doesn't matter how abusive and how toxic those people are, they would still stay. The lesson is that you gotta get that value to yourself back. You cannot wait for the world to value you and to respect you and to cherish you, because our world is not built that way. We gotta give it to ourselves. And the situation is forcing you to take that step. It's making it so unbearably hard for you to stay that it pushes you to do that step, to choose you. And when you're going to start choosing you, you're going to see immediately that you're not attracting those toxic people in your life anymore, because they simply do not need to exercise that ability of yours to step up for yourself and to just leave. You don't need to interfere with that toxicity. And honestly, every situation in our relationships is given to us to exercise something and to get back to our complete, nourished, self-sourced selves. Because when we are such, we only can attract the same partner. Like attracts like. It's not just the same, it is a truth. And it may seem sometimes, but I'm not like that. Why I attract an alcoholic or a drug addict, but I am so clean, I'm so proper. It's not because you are alcoholic as well. It's because you need to self-respect, and you attract the person who doesn't respect you at all. And he or she will show you that until the moment that you're going to embrace that self-value. And you will keep your head high. You will be able to give that love to yourself. That is the lesson, because a lot of times in a toxic relationships, we're expecting the other person to give us the love and to give us the attention and to give the whole, the wound. So as soon as we learning how to give that love to ourselves, how to love ourselves, there is no way other person can love us if we don't love ourselves. And that's the way to go. I cannot tell you in one video how to love yourself. I spent 40 years on finding out, and I'm still in my way to even learning the depth of that self-love. But I can tell you that your relationship is the mirror, is something that really so key in showing you what to do and how to navigate your self-growth. And you can heal, every person can heal, every person can upgrade over any wound, guys. And every wound carrying enormous amount of potential. As soon as you healed, is like the atomic bomb of the light that expands out of you. So don't be afraid to heal your wounds. Don't be afraid to face challenges in your relationships. Do not necessarily run away from relationships immediately if they're getting challenging. That's not what my video is about. My video is about identifying the lessons in your relationships. And then you're going to see, if you start respecting yourself and your partner is still toxic and is still keep punishing you, then maybe that you gotta go. There is no potential there. But sometimes when we're changing, our partners is changing. When you respect yourself, your partner start respect yourself. When you love, and your partner immediately start loving you. So it is very, very individual situation to be. There is no recipe. But there is definitely the foundation that I just shared. And I truly hope that this foundation will give you a bigger understanding. And if you have any questions regarding this topic, relationships, dynamics of relationships, any questions that came to you when you watched that video, please drop them in the comments. I would love to get back and to share what I know about it. There is another opportunity if you would love to have one-on-one session with me and really talk and really explore your personal situation. I will be happy to help. There is a calendar link under this video, and it's a 15-minute free consultation, so we meet each other and we can explore further. Guys, I'm gonna wrap up on that. I wishing you peace and love in the families. It's the most important thing. The relationship is the most important thing. Please share this video with those who need to hear that and like to help my channel to grow. And also you can find educational materials and the things that I do, my courses, under this video. Please, if you found something interesting, take a look. And also if you have any questions, just drop them down or email me. All information is under this video. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed. And my name is Paula Rubis, CEO of New Sutras, and I see you next episode.